I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is another PayPal requested review from Jordan Vasquez, who wanted my thoughts on the film This Boy's Life. First off, thank you to everyone who sent in requests via Patreon or PayPal. If you're ever interested in sending requests for pretty much any type of video, you do so down below. PayPal is more of a direct thing. Patreon is a monthly thing. And again, it could be a review, re-review, commentary, movie topic, what have you. But he wanted my thoughts on This Boy's Life, which is a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. And it's directed by Michael Caton-Jones, was it? And this is a director that's a bit hit and miss because he directed Doc Hollywood, which I enjoyed. But then after this would direct films like The Jackal, which I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, Michael Caton-Jones. And Basic Instinct 2, which is a piece of fucking shit. This is definitely one of the better movies that the guy has done. I still put Doc Hollywood above this, but I mean, this is a movie that is based on a true story. It's a bit hard of a movie to watch. I can't really say this was a fun movie to watch for me. I mean, it's not meant to be fun, but Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Barkin, who plays his mom, they're traveling. Ellen Barkin seems like a woman that picks a lot of bad boyfriends. And in fact, they're even escaping from one of them, and at least them going to the Pacific Northwest. And one thing leads to another. His mom meets this guy, Robert De Niro, who's charming at first. But then when they get married, his true colors kind of come to the forefront. And I do think De Niro did a good job. Sometimes it seemed as if he's, I wouldn't say over the top, but if the movie was trying to make us go, not necessarily to feel bad for Robert De Niro's character, but that, oh, he has these anger issues and maybe he means well, but he's doing it all the wrong way. That's not really what I got. I just got this guy's an evil asshole and someone should shoot him in the face. And pretty much it's either Leonardo DiCaprio mean with other kids and being rebellious. There's an early scene where him and some kids are talking about, they're watching the George Reeves Superman, they're talking about how much they want to fuck Lois Lane. Or he meets this kid who may be gay and he calls a derogatory word before that, well, more like saying that he's gay. But then later on, they kind of make up and become friends with each other. And that's it, friends. Nothing else, just friends. Meanwhile, Robert De Niro is just being a very dominating person. Like, what, you gonna be a goddamn quitter? or gives him this paper route that he doesn't want to be having, or puts in the Boy Scouts that he doesn't want to do, and or he's teaching him how to fight, but then he starts slapping him and calling him a baby. And to be fair, Leo and Robert De Niro do a good job. But I was going to say about De Niro's performance, part of me wondered if he was overacting a bit. I wonder, I mean, granted, it's based on a true story, but I wonder if this drama would have been even more effective if it was a really dead serious De Niro. Not so quite the... I think maybe it's the accent he has kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't think De Niro was bad, but his accent threw me off a little bit. But there's definitely moments where you just hate that character, and you're supposed to. For example, there's a sequence where they're in a car, and De Niro's looking at him, oh, I hear you you perform like me, huh? You do an impression of me. Why don't you do it now, huh? You know what you're doing for a change, mister. And you read a lot of reviews about this, going on about how, well, this character, he knows he's not successful, so he takes that out on others. And I did see that bit. But the thing is, I never see any good parts of his character. I never see any positive parts of his character. So, to me, I'm like, that doesn't matter. He's still an evil son of a bitch, whatever the reason being. That's all I view him as, an evil son of a bitch. That I wish someone would cave his fucking head in. I mean, I guess when it gets to dialogue where Leo goes up to him and says, you just can't stand the fact I exist. And he's like, no, it's just you have to be trained. You have to do this. And maybe because with the way De Niro's performing it, I'm saying those words. I don't... It's as if the movie's maybe making us want to think, not that he's likable, not that we root for him, not that he's doing the right thing, but that as if he's supposed to have some semblance of... Sympathy's a strong word, but I don't know how to word it. Whatever it is, I never feel that way. To me, he's just an evil piece of shit. Like the guy, Leo's character has this gun that was given to him and was a fun, treasured gift. And without asking him, Robert De Niro sold it to get a hunting dog that he didn't want. He said, all you do is piss and moan and blah, blah, blah. And just years of abuse. Ellen Barkin does fine as the mom who... She loves her kid, but she also just goes along with it. Sadly, that's what happens in life. But I mean, she does defend her kid, so I do appreciate that, especially at the end of the film. Sorry I blanked out there, but I just realized Tobey Maguire's in this. Because I just remembered there's a sequence where it's years later and he's part of this group of greasers. I mean, they're ready for the audition of Grease 3. And one of them is Tobey Maguire. I know Leo and Toby, to be or not to be Maguire, they met when they were kids and they were auditioning, but this is like one of the few films they're in together. I think they were in, what was it, The Great Gatsby? I think. I never saw it. Just not my cup of tea. But, I mean, he's not in the film a lot, but it's like, oh, whoa, shit, that's Tobey Maguire. And, okay. And pretty much it's about Leo. He does a good job. I do like Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor. I do. I mean, yeah, Titanic. I just don't care for the movie. I just didn't love it as much as other people did. I'm like, okay, it's 3 hours. I don't think it needs to be 3 hours long, to be honest. That's just me. I think you could easily make this an hour and 40 or hour and 45 minute movie. I really do. But Inception and The Wolf of Wall Street and The Revenant and even The Biddy and Critters 3, all films I reviewed on this channel, I liked him in. And I thought he did a good job here as well. I mean, he's still a kid. There's a little bit rough around the edges, but still very solid performance by him as a kid who just dreaming to get out of the town, and he's trying to forge these documents so that he could get to some type of school like near where his brother's at, and someone even goes, oh, the brother that never calls you? Well, you know, I could go somewhere near there. And then Robert De Niro's always putting him down. He thinks he'll go to a fancy school and fool everybody. And it does result in a fight breaking out. And the movie itself, this is not the kind of movie I care to watch. Without getting too much into it, there's a little bit of this that's a bit too close to home for me, which I don't really want to get into that. But yeah, again, some parts of this just hit too close to home for me, and but it's meant to make you uncomfortable, but for me, for different reasons. So nothing against Jordan for requesting this. I did say request any movie, but this is just not the type of movie I care to watch because of that. But for what it's based on a true story, for what it's doing, I thought it did a nice job because of the cast, because of the way they perform their characters. Again, Robert De Niro's accent and such threw me off a little bit, but as it kept going, like I said, if the movie's trying to tell us that we're supposed to have any amount of sympathy for this character, it failed and then some. And that'd be a weakness of the writer, the director, however you want to put it. But if you want me to say this is an evil sumbitch, then it succeeded. And Leo DiCaprio, I definitely felt sorry for the character, and you're rooting for the character to get out of town, even though he's being rebellious at times, but I never found him unlikable or anything. Again, not really my cup of tea that I go out and watch and check out. But for what it is, if this is a type of movie you watch the trailer, or you watch TV spots, or you look it up, or you read the book that it's based on, the true story is based on, I can't really think of anything that humongously awful with it. At least that's just me. But either way, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.